A mandatory evacuation now in place for a portion of Arvin. What underground threat has forced residents to leave their homes? Fatally wounded in Vietnam while saving the lives of others. A local soldier now given the military's highest honor decades after his death. And a helicopter crash leaves Seattle choking in smoke and flames. How the chopper tragically plummeted from the sky.
The Eyewitness News 7 at 11 on KBAK starts now.
Residents in one neighborhood in Arvin are forced to evacuate their homes because of a gas leak in a pipeline. Eyewitness News reporter Jose Gaspar live in Arvin with the latest. Jose?
Kurt, the mandatory evacuations out here in Arvin and Nelson Court forced eight homes to be forced out of their homes for an unspecified amount of time. Now, Kern County firefighters along with Arvin police went door to door telling neighbors they had 1 hour to pack their belongings and leave. The gas line is an underground gas line pipeline belonging to Petrocapital Resources of Bakersfield that developed the gas leak some time ago. This morning, officials found high levels of gas inside some of those homes.
There is an unacceptably high level of flammability in the air, and yesterday it was only on the exterior of the homes. Today it's on the inside. That means it's time to act. We have to take every precaution to protect life, to protect the welfare of these families and their animals, and we've got to get them out.
Now, those families who had nowhere to go are being put up at a Bakersfield hotel, and that's being paid for by the company. But obviously, this is a situation that needs further investigation. Live in Arvin, Jose Gaspar. Kurt, now back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Jose. Meantime, one man is dead following a stabbing in a motel parking lot in South Bakersfield today. Sheriff's deputies say 31-year-old Ivan Garcia was attacked during an altercation outside the Starlighter Motel on Union Avenue around 4 this afternoon. The suspect rode away on a bike, is described as a white man in his 20s, around 5'5", last seen wearing a white t-shirt, black shorts, and a baseball cap. If you have any information, call the Sheriff's Department, 861-3110. A man behind a string of armed robberies last year learning his fate today. 46-year-old Gregory Crite will spend the next 5 years in prison. He was accused of robbing the Wells Fargo branch at White Lane in Gosford, as well as 2 CVS stores last May. Police arrested Crite after using these surveillance photos you saw to learn his identity. At least 2 people killed, 1 person seriously hurt when a news helicopter comes crashing down in Seattle. The copter from our sister station, Como TV, burst into flames and collided with at least 3 cars near the Space Needle. A photographer and pilot were killed in the crash, and 1 driver suffered burns on up to 20% of his body.
Our primary goal is to identify witnesses, identify surveillance video that may be in the area. Our investigative team are looking into the mechanical as well as the environment as well as the pilot.
The NTSB plans to issue a preliminary report on the cause of the crash next week. More evidence today suggests the pilot or co-pilot flying the missing Malaysia jetliner may have had a role in the disappearance. U.S. officials saying a computer system was pre-programmed to turn the plane off its course. A New York Times report cites officials as raising the possibility it was done before the plane took off.
We want answers. If this is what I'm going through, imagine the families.
Chinese officials say they have performed background checks on all of the citizens aboard, but found no links to terrorism. A Florida murder plot involving 2 teenagers unravels when police say one of the teens couldn't go through with it. A 13-year-old girl and her 15-year-old boyfriend accused of trying to kill the girl's parents after they refused to let them date. Both parents, including the mother, whose throat was slit, survived the attack. The boy will be tried as an adult on attempted murder charges. The girl appearing in court next month. Police searching for suspects after an argument at a movie theater in Houston leads to 1 man dead. Officials say 2 brothers and their friend argued with 2 other men in a bathroom about the movie, which then escalated into the parking lot. Witnesses say those 2 other men then got in a white pickup and struck and killed one of the trio with their truck before taking off from the scene. An alleged drug smuggling operation stopped in its tracks at the San Diego International Airport. The investigation leading to the seizure of 8 kilos of cocaine, 18 pounds of meth, and $100,000 cash. It led to the indictment of 11 people, including 4 baggage handlers who worked at the airport.
They would use their security cards either to enter from the terminal when they were working or when they weren't working. They would enter through the ticket counter area, and thus they were not subject to search.
The handlers would allegedly meet couriers in prearranged terminal restrooms and transfer the drugs under stalls. Fast food workers nationwide coming together to speak out about raising wages and forming unions. Employees outside of McDonald's in Oakland are fighting to make $15 an hour, claiming the chain's practices are unfair. Allegations include the docking of paychecks for the cost of uniforms and having employees work before their shift is supposed to start. McDonald's Corporation says it plans to investigate the allegations and take necessary action. Dash cam video captures an airborne pickup truck right there that nearly took out sheriff's deputies investigating a recent crash in Iowa. Authorities say a semi rear-ended a pickup truck, sending it careening towards the officers right there and down that hill. Authorities say the semi-driver didn't slow down when approaching the accident scene. He was cited for failure to maintain control. A state trooper was treated for minor injuries. A couple's swift actions may have saved a child's life near Los Angeles. The two were moving out of their Burbank apartment when suddenly they saw a toddler dangling from a window. The couple put their mattress and box spring under the window and reportedly managed to break the child's fall. Officials say the 3-year-old was taken to the hospital but did not have any major injuries. The boy's parents were unaware of what happened. Miles?
It is a cool evening, about 36 hours before the vernal equinox, the first moment of spring. Right now it's clear and 57 outside. We've got good air quality and humidity at 44%, light winds, just a lovely night out there, rising barometer, and temperatures are ranging from 56 to about 61 degrees here in the valley. Mountains in the 40s, the Pine Mountain Club, the coolest currently at 35 degrees. It's 53 in Lake Isabella, and up at the top of Mount Breckenridge, currently 34 degrees. That's up the top of a 7,500-foot mountain. Temperatures now 57 in town, 45 in Tehachapi. Winds have been strong, but now they're pretty light out of the east and the mountains, otherwise just light generally, and you can see clear skies. So clear skies on the menu for tonight. Temperatures will drop to about 47 degrees first thing in the morning, sunny and cool, and colder in the mountains, down to around 35. Kurt?
Thank you, Miles. Play of the day to the ice, Montreal, Colorado. And the Canadiens, Ben Proust dives and knocks the puck to Travis Moen, who spins and puts in the beautiful backhander for the goal. Take another look as Moen makes the pretty move to slap the puck past the goaltender to light the lamp for the incredible score. Montreal goes on to win it 6-3. Greg Kerr has more sports later. A Bakersfield soldier who died in the Vietnam War awarded the Medal of Honor today. How he went above and beyond for his colleagues. And desperate measures being taken to find water in the midst of a record drought in our state. How water witchers are carrying out an unusual method right here in Kern.